I am a big movie buff, and I draw a lot of wisdom out of movies because I think there's a certain art and beauty to certain movies. And if you remember the movie Collateral with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, there was this one really pivotal scene to me that I just love. Because Jamie had this dream of starting this limo service, and he had the car and all this other stuff, and Tom Cruise was the hitman, and in his line of work, it was pretty much either it's this or it's that. Very little bullshit. And he just like, you never were gonna start that limousine service. How much is a lease on a limo? $300-400 a month? And that's the reality. There's two things that separate the successful from the non-successful people. Number one, having the inimitable gall to chase a dream. Number two, action. You can wish and want and hope and dream all day long. Ain't shit gonna happen. It's not. But if you dare to dream, then you marry that dream to some action. And then you turn it into a menage a trois and bring in some tenacity. And oh hell, we just gonna make it a quad. Never give up. You're gonna be successful. On what level, it all depends on what you are doing and your skill sets and how hard you're willing to work. But a lot of folks are just looking for instant success predicated on the bare fact that they woke up and desired that their life was different from what it was yesterday. There's nothing else. There's nothing else going on in there. It's just like, hey, I want to be successful. I've been away for a while, and I'm like working my way back, and I'm actually taking a little time, and I'm just looking at stuff, and I see a lot of jankiness out there. Because there's a lot of guys coming out there. Let me use their proper voice. Hey, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I just want to let you know that storage auctions are a really easy way to make a lot of money quickly, painlessly, and fast. Buy my product, blankety blank blank, for blank blank blank. And before you know it, you'll be making thousands to tens of thousands per month like me. Alright, let's talk about this. Number one, I've been straight with you guys from day one, and I will continue to be straight. I am a capitalist. That means I do things to make money. I did not do any of the internet marketing stuff. Well, give this away for free and do this for free. And I didn't do that. I said day one, I have a product that I want to sell to you. It was none of this, I like you, I'm going to be your friend. And, if you like me enough, and maybe you'll buy my product. That's some bullshit to me, really. It's just a waste of time. Just cut straight to the trace, and this is the deal. There's this whole mindset that, in my opinion, is the reason this country is falling apart. Because I got an email. I'm not going to get into the details because I deleted it. So I guess this would be the response. And it was going on, and hey Glendon, how are you doing? Like we're fucking buddies. I'm not your fucking buddy. I'm the dude on YouTube. There are some of you out there that over the course of months and years we talk, and we have developed a relationship. So I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to the guy who just sits at home and like, I'm going to write Glendon and ask for a discount. And I get this email. And it's just like, I really want to give it a shot, but your book is just too expensive. Could you make me a deal? Could you reduce the count? Or better yet, may I even get a free copy? What made you so special? All these other people that have paid full price, what makes you so fucking special that you're going to get it at a discount for, or better yet, what? I mean, seriously, what is going on in your mind? Dude, man up. Become a man. That is some bitch shit right there. Anyway, he goes on and on and on and talking about this and how he's looked at the videos for the last 10 months and he's really thinking about getting in the storage auction business. To you, you're not ever going to get in the storage auction business. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You know why? Because you are a gutless coward. You want to use the excuse that my book is too expensive as an excuse why you haven't gotten into the storage auction business. I have a chick. She's a hot chick who goes to storage auctions. And she started going and buying. And then she found me. Then she bought my book. And I've seen several pictures of stuff that she's bought. She ain't that big, dude. This chick has pretty much got more balls than you. Because even before buying the book, she risked a little coin by going to an auction and seeing what she could do. Then she's like, hey, let me research and see if I can do this better. And do this better. And she bought, 1 week she bought 15 freaking units. So, no. It's not the price of the book that's stopping you. It's you. Look in the mirror and just go, because you deserve it. Stop sending me those emails. It's becoming comical. And that's one of the reasons, just to get down to the core of why people are not successful. It's a lack of action. It's not going to happen. Success is not going to come in your living room and go, hey, here I am. You ready to put me on? No, it's not going to happen. And as for the storage auction opportunity being over, let's see. This week I've seen several pictures of very nice units from the storage auction mastermind group, and many people who send me personal pictures because you send me a picture and we have that type of relationship. I'm not going to post your picture without asking you. And if you say no, it does not go out into the internet, because a lot of people come to us with really good stuff and they don't want me to say where they are or what they got, which I totally understand. But in this supposedly era where storage auctions are over, I'm coming across people who are getting great stuff. There are more storage units going up for auction than ever before. And while you're sitting there bitching and whining and just wondering why your life's not where you want it to be, when I was in the business, those were the boom years, and I was getting great stuff then. There was less units. There was less units. There were more units. There were more people going belly up. And let's talk about that. There are some people who have a philosophical problem with buying storage units because that means that you have profited off of someone's misfortune. Give me a fucking break. These are the United States of America, where if you don't do X, Y, and Z, your shit's taken from you. Even your personal freedom could be taken from you. That's the way it is. And I am sick and tired of all these namby-pamby, well, we should look out for them. No, it's a business deal. The reason there are so many people that have a problem with this is, number one, they lost their shit. Because I had one friend on Facebook who just went on, and why you reveling and why you having so much fun with. I was like, did you lose your unit? And then I get the email back, well, what if I did? I was like, there it is. You were foul. I have a storage unit with some good shit in it. And it's on auto pay on the credit card with no balance. Why? Because I value my shit. I value my shit. It won't be in there that long anyway. But the whole point is, you've got to let this sense of entitlement, this sense of the world owes you something because you breathe, go. I want you to, I'm going to tell you how I grew up. And like I said, I'm going to do the video. I'm going to go home and I'm going to go through the whole neighborhood. I grew up in a house that, when I was born, did not have running water. We had an outhouse, because you leave the house, go down the stairs, go around the back, go through the garden. Yes, there was a garden. My grandmother had a garden. And use the outhouse. There are pictures of my little brother taking a bath in a galvanized tub. Now, let me give you the process. To take a bath, you have to prepare. You have to put wood in the stove, put the water on the stove, heat it up, get your ass in there before a certain time, because the water's not going to stay hot forever. Because you got to get in there. And me and my brother, we had to use the same water. Get your ass in there, do what you need to do, then get out. That's how I grew up. And for a long time, when I was immature and stupid, I was a little ashamed of that. You don't want to talk about that you grew up in those type of circumstances. You don't want to talk about that. But it's kind of like, wow, looking back, it's growing up like that that made me successful today. Because So many things that many people took for granted, I had to struggle for. It was a struggle to take a bath. I lived in Adamsville, Alabama, and there wasn't a lot going on. And to go to Birmingham, there were no buses. I had to go down to 78, catch a Greyhound, go down to the Birmingham station, then take buses around Birmingham, then come. That's how I had to get downtown. I had to flag down a Greyhound. That's how I grew up. And that's one of the reasons that I have some of these viewpoints, because I know what it is to not have shit. I know what it is to be hungry. I know what it is to be homeless. And the thing is, you're looking at your circumstances as an anchor for your despondency when it's really deliverance. Because when you lose all your shit, when you hit rock bottom, you have nowhere to go but up. But so many people are looking at Ann and Bobby and Sue. You don't know their deal. You're looking at your girl and her husband does all this. You know what? That she may be sucking his dick 4 times a day. You're not doing that. You don't do your dude's dick like 6 times a week or 6 times a year. You don't know. You don't know what that woman's doing to keep her man happy, that he's doing all that stuff for her, because it's a reciprocal relationship. And too many people want what I call, I am the king or I am the queen and I want you to be my kingdom, but you have no authority. No one's going to follow you when you have no authority. No one's going to follow you when you haven't done shit. Nobody. Nor should they. So let that go. We have a culture or people are becoming famous for being famous. Haven't done anything, can't do anything, really don't have any skill sets. It was just at the right place at the right time, and then people are worshiping their ass. I'm not going to say any names. Kim Kardashian. I'm not going to say any other names. Paris Hilton. I mean, seriously. I don't hate these people. And you know what? Hey, take the money and run. But my whole point is, you can't look at the circumstances of this other person, then bring them over to your life and hope for the same results. Because as Paul Harvey used to say, you don't know what the rest of the story is. You have no clue to what they're doing to get to where they are. And that's why I take personal offense when I get these little emails like, oh, you live in a nice part of town and you live in... Motherfucker, I worked my ass off. Not watching TV, not dating, not hanging out. Just 7 days at home, working. Not even going out. And, I look at that stuff, and that's why you're not successful. If you are not willing to pay the cost to be successful, you're not going to be successful. And some of these costs are going to be very high. Some of them are going to be nominal. Nominal means you can't go to Starbucks. Some of these costs are very high. While you're working on whatever, you may not have a relationship for a year or 2 or more. You may not be able to take a vacation. Cable may have to go. You have to boil it down to what's really important. And I'm going to show you something about yourself that you never knew. You get everything that you want in your life that you truly want. And I know you're going, oh, Glendon, you're full of shit. You're bullshit. No, because there's so many things I want and I don't have them, man. I don't have them. Now, who are you talking to? You want a car, you get a car. You want a big screen television, either you're going to save up, get it on credit, or go to Aaron's Rent to Own, and you're going to have that big screen television. The reason I know this is because I don't care how poor the person was. When I was buying units, I saw the W-2s. People making $200, $300, $400 a week. Not take home, gross. Big screen television, rims. You have the money for the silly shit, but when someone's saying like, hey, you know what, I want you to take $2,000 and invest in you. Take some courses, go to some webinars, read some books, and people are like, no, that's too expensive. But you will go out and blow $750, $1,200, $2,000 on a trip. But you won't invest in you. I see this all the time. This is the reason that I am the way that I am, because of buying these units and reading these stories. So many people with low income, with all kinds of stuff in the units. Louis, Prada, the real stuff. The real stuff. So, really, the reason you're not successful is because you do not value success. You like success You wink at success, you try to hit on success, but you don't step up and claim success. And the thing is, it's not a one-off deal. Like, okay, today, I'm ready, I claim success. No, you got to do it day in, day out for years. So, check yourself before you send me one of those silly ass emails, because, like I said, I'm not your friend. I'm not your buddy, nor should I be. I am a guy on YouTube that is dispensing knowledge that has helped to date with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 34 people earn $6,000 to $10,000 a month consistently. And then another range of people, because everybody doesn't talk to me, but these are people that I know, that I talk to on the regular, who've been doing this for going on 2 years. That's what I do. I help people who are serious about their success. The video list. If you've sent me an email and I have not responded to you, it means it means that the answer to that question is in the video playlist. Where? I don't know. You gotta look for it. And see, that's a test too. If you can't make it through that playlist, all you gotta do is sit on your ass and do this. That's it. A few hours of your time, that's all you gotta do. And there are some of you who don't even want to do that. It's like, no, I know it, but I need that answer now. Come on, give it to me. I have someone recently pay me $2,900 to head them up their store. I am not going to go out, and this is just me being us. I'm not going to give you the information that people are paying that type of money for. That makes no sense. Going back to the other question, and I'm going to start answering this more frequently. Dear Glendon, if storage auction businesses are the shit, why'd you get out? Excellent question. Number one, I made a decision to get out, to follow a dream, and believe it or not, there were many people that thought I was nuts. Close friends who's like, why are you doing that? Why not do both? This is how I work. I tend to do very well when I'm not scattered and I'm not all over the place doing this and doing this. When I focus, the results are great. But when I just start doing all this other stuff, it's a disaster. So for me to try to buy units and run a business and do this, it wasn't going to come. One of them was going to suffer. They were both going to suffer, and it would be miserable. So I made a choice following the advice I just gave you. Remember that, back there a little while ago when I said, you got to claim success. You got to step up to the plate. I'm doing that shit right now. That's why I'm here. So that's not something I'm saying. That's how I live. Going with that, I couldn't do both. Now, the second part is, hey, Glendon, I'd really like to see you go to an auction. All right, going to Georgia. I'm in Georgia. Some of the people at these auctions, the ones that are left because they're being run out, hate my ass. And many storage properties do not want a camera. Because I'm going to tell you something. You see a lot of YouTube videos, but there are like 55,000 storage facilities across the United States. And I guarantee you, 90% of them are not going to allow a camera on that property. That's just the way it is. You can get one here and there, and mom and pop, they don't care. But the bigs, the ones with huge corporate structures, they're not allowing it because it's a huge liability. Too many bad things could happen. So that's not happening. So that's why you're not getting that. Number 3, hey Glendon, you need to go to some auctions so you don't get rusty. Cracks me up. I went to an auction last year and I wasn't rusty. I wasn't rusty at all. It was like getting on the bike. And that's the thing. So now my business is this. I am a purveyor of information and I train people to be successful. And also, this is going to expand way past the storage auction business, because that's something else. You want to put me in this little box, is like, okay, Glendon does storage auctions, that's all he's going to do, and I want him there because that makes me happy. No. The new thing that are coming up, like this, the hustler mindset, is not only to teach you how to make money, but what to do with it when you get it. Because that's the disconnect for entrepreneurs. You go out, you have a great idea, you make all this money, then you do something stupid like marry a bimbo, or loan your friends money, or try to buy a town, and you're broke again. If you're lucky, you may have another idea to get you the money back and you'll be wiser, but most of the time it's a one-trick pony. So this whole hustler mindset series is, A, how to get yourself motivated. B, make that money. C, save some money. That's the deal. You amp up your income and you amp up your savings at the same time. So what you do is you create this circle of money. You always have money coming in that circle. Most of you don't even, you have like a door. Money goes out, money goes out, money goes out, money goes out, money goes out. So getting this circle where the money's just coming in and coming, you always have money. That's a great feeling. It's a beautiful thing, because I was on Facebook this morning and someone's like, oh yeah, well I get paid on Friday and that is an awful fucking way to live. That you have to wait until you get paid to do some shit. That is terrible. And it's not how much money you make that puts you there. It's your mindset. Because if you had a savings account, or let's call it, and there's not just one savings account you should have. You should have what I call the monthly household operating budget. That is where you have whatever your bills are for the month, groceries, whatever. That's what's in that account. So you can pay your bills as they come. You don't have to wait to get paid, because you can pay your bills. So that money that's coming in is going into account number 2. Then you sweep it over there. So you're learning how to teach yourself how to hold on to money. Because when you learn how to hold on to money, you can become rich. Because we live in this internet world where everyone's like, hey, I'm going to start this startup and Google's going to buy this. And 90% of the businesses in the world are not internet related. You know that, right? There's just regular old businesses. So that internet paradigm that so many people are trying to apply to regular business isn't going to work always. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So that's the deal. You got to let that stuff go. But that's where we're going with this. Motivation, make money, save money, build a better life. That's going to be the new platform. That's kind of where I'm going, because that's why I never really limited myself to that, because there's so many things that I did to become successful. And one of the biggest is actually bigger than making money is learning how to manage money. That is crucial. That is killer to your success. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, we had the challenge last time where, just start saving $5. Okay, well, the new challenge is I want you to go through your paycheck, your budget, and find some fat. What's fat? It's anything that you positively, absolutely do not need to live. And take some of that fat and take your knife and carve it out your budget. I mean, seriously, look at it with a fine-tooth comb. Give an example. Say you got HBO, Showtime, all this stuff, but you don't watch that shit. Shh. I mean, you could find money in your budget, because I recently sat down with someone. I don't have any money. It takes everything. When we got down to the fact, that heifer had an additional $762 a month. But she couldn't see it, because what she wanted was more important than what she needed. And you gotta get there. You gotta get to what's needed is more important than what you want. And I'm not gonna be like some killjoy where we're always gonna be talking about that. But in the beginning, this next series of videos, that's what we're gonna be talking about. Because what is the point in you learning how to make a lot of money if you just gonna blow it fast? Seriously. You want to come out the other end of the tunnel much better than you went in, which means you holding on to some stuff, you've accumulated some stuff, and you have some things to show for your effort, versus just, I had a good time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is Glendon, and you have a great day, because you know what time it is. Football season. Yes.